Hello you guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charity, and if it's your first time here, you're watching Booked on Charity. Welcome to this video. So this is the first time that I'm doing this, and by this I mean a monthly reset. However, I've decided to separate it into two separate videos. So my channel is mostly book related, but I have a very deep interest in wellness and health, and I wanted to share those parts of my life on a separate video, or rather the goals that I have with regards to wellness and health in a separate video, and this is that video. So it's a little bit funny because I'm starting it literally at the end of the year, because this is going to be aired in December, and essentially this is my December monthly reset. And but this is kind of like a practice run for me, because this is something I essentially want to do in 2023. So this is how I would like to structure my monthly resets. First of all, we will talk about my wellness goals, and those include food, those include exercise, those include mindfulness. So that's yoga, that's meditation that I want to reintroduce into my life, and I will be sharing with you my monthly favorites. So that could range across board, right? And the final thing I want to do is basically aim to do something creative, and that could be drawing, that could be painting, that could be creating something, that could be knitting, because I actually like knitting and crocheting, that could be sewing, because I am actually a very creative person and I like doing creative things, but I just haven't been doing them in a very long time. And those kind of things, creating something, makes me feel so accomplished when I'm done with it, and also it sparks creativity in me, right? So that's where we're at. So first things first, let's talk about my health goals. So in terms of my body and my weight, I have a number that I am gearing towards, and that number is 70 kilograms, right? So I did a recent weigh-in and I weigh 17. At that time when I took the video, I was weighing 79.3 kgs, right? So I'm planning on doing a weigh-in once a month, specifically for the video, to kind of show progress. However, I do weekly weigh-ins, right, to kind of see like a progress, and I don't want to be shocked at the end of the month. I want to actually see that, am I doing something right, do I need to change something, and so forth, right? And with that goal in mind, I am planning on exercising at least 3 times a week. And exercising for me at this point is going out for a run, right? So that will be kind of like the main thing that I'm doing, and I have 3 days in a week that I've kind of like scheduled my running days. However, I do other exercises inside the house. I will do ab workouts, I will do leg workouts, squats, arms, whatever it is, and that will count. So if I do those workouts in a day and I haven't run, that counts as a workout. If I go for a walk instead of a run, that counts as a workout. If I do Pilates, if I do yoga, another class, skipping, that counts as a workout, because essentially the small things I'm doing are contributing to the end goal, right? And with that, I am aiming to lose at least 1.5 kilograms a month until I've reached my goal, and then I work on maintaining that weight. In terms of my meals and health, still on the health goals, I am on a journey where I am trying to be vegan. So at this point I am a flexitarian. I have been a flexitarian for a couple of years now, and there was a point where I was actually really close to my goal, where the only time I would eat meat or dairy products or whatever the case may be would be on Sundays, literally 4 times a month. That will be it. But now I'm doing vegan meals probably 4 times a month. So I am going to push myself to try and have 3 full days of eating vegan / plant-based meals, literally from breakfast to lunch to snack to what I'm drinking. That is gonna be my goal for now. 3 days in a week, I want to do 3 full days of plant-based meals. And with that, I will be sharing whatever grocery haul I have with you guys. I have recently done one, so have a look at what I bought this month. Hello you guys, just got back from the store. We went to go get some groceries from this place in Hartis called Yasmin. They sell organic produce, and we haven't been there in like months and months and months. If you've like been on this channel from the beginning, you would probably know what I'm talking about, but I just want to show you a few of the things that we got. Actually it's a lot of things that we got, and we spent less than like just under 1,000 rand for all this. So starting off, we got some kombucha. This is a different brand, not a fan. This is Pina Colada, and it's got some pineapple in it, and between me and my husband we tried this one, but it's not actually that nice. Got a quarter of watermelon for like 18.95. Got a bag of carrots. I think these were like 10 rand for this whole bag. Got some basmati rice for 60 bucks. Got gem squash for 10 rand. Some apples. These were 25 rand for this whole pack. I think this was about 6 inside. We got some milk tart. I think this was like 40 bucks. Got some chia seeds. I haven't used chia seeds in a while, especially for breakfast meals, and I want to start trying them out again. Got some baby marrows. I think these were like 30 rand, 20 rand for 3. Got some cabbage. Got 2 of those. They were like 8 rand each. Got some mangoes. I think these were like 40 rand for the mango. Some spinach, which cost I think about 8 rand. Got lots of garlic, and this is 30 bucks. Got this, forgot the name. It's 30 bucks. Got some purple spinach, cabbage, sorry, and this is 9 rand. Got some apples for 30 bucks, and then some oats. This is actually my favorite oats, but because we haven't been going there in a long time, I haven't been getting it. But it's like the grains are like very fine, and it's 50 rand. This is my favorite oats. Got 4 packs of strawberries. These are like 12.95, but I think for the whole thing I paid like 40 rand if you take 4. And then got some bananas for 16 rand 95, some broccoli for 24.95. We've got some kiwi. Mama. Baba.
Let me venture now.
Okay, well, baby. Got some kiwi for like 50 bucks. Got a bag of rosemaries for 12.95. Got all this spring onion. I think this was 8 rand. Oh no, 6 rand 95 cents. Cucumber, 8.95. It won't focus. 8.95. peppers, 19.95. More bananas, so one whole pack of bananas I'm gonna chop and freeze for my smoothies. And then I've got eggplant. And then on the floor here we've got this giant bag of butternut. This was going for 30 rands. Where is it? Yeah, somewhere. So this, there we go. Here's the price tag for 30 rands. And finally this pack of mints for 201 rands. Still on the food topic, I want to get to a point where I'm doing meal planning on a weekly basis. So I technically do meal planning, I just don't document anything, right? I do cook on Sundays for basically half of the week, if not more, and that's meal planning for me, but I don't necessarily plan it. But I want to get to a point where I'm actually on a calendar writing down what I plan on eating for the week, and especially in my case where I'm trying to be more eating more plant-based meals. That's not the case for my whole family, so I kind of have to get myself into a rhythm that does not include them. Getting into wellness and mindfulness, I have a goal to do meditation / yoga 3 times a week. I have started doing that in the past week. I've started burning my incense again and sitting down to meditate, to breathe deeply, and there's a certain calmness that comes with that when I'm doing it. And lately I've been doing it in the mornings because that's kind of what works for me. But I would also love to introduce that into my evening routine. So if I could actually have those 3 days be morning and evening, that would be great. But my current goal is just to have me do it once a day for 3 days in a week. I also like to get into journaling, and my goal is to journal at least 3 times a day. I will aim to journal every single day, but I know that it's not realistic for me, and therefore I will aim for 3 times a week. And journaling for me is not opening a blank journal and writing down my feelings and all that. I do have a journal for that purpose that I will start using as well. However, the journal that I would want to use on a daily basis is a wellness journal, and I got it from Typo. I do love the new layout of their journal, wellness journal for 2023, and I will share that with you at the end of this video. The next goal I have is to do something creative in the month. So that could, like I mentioned, that could be anything. And right now my creative thing that I am doing is working on my dress for a wedding that I'm going to on the 17th of December. And a lot of, well, probably most of you don't know, but I at some point got into sewing and making clothes, and I would make clothes for myself. But really it started with me growing up in a space where we didn't have a lot of money, you know, to go around in the house, and you know, we were provided what we needed. I was fed, I had a roof over my head, I had clothes to wear, but also I was not receiving clothes on a monthly basis every 3 months or whatever. It was like maybe twice a year I would get clothes that are new. However, I grew around my sisters. In this case, we call, in the westernized term, we'll call cousins, but in African culture, you know, my cousins are sisters, and I would get clothes that are handed down from them, but obviously they're older than me, they were bigger than me, so I had to do a lot of alterations, and that's kind of like how I started getting into sewing. Also, my late grandmother had a sewing machine, and when we would hang out, I would go visit her and we would be sewing together, we'll be crocheting together, and that's how I got into it. I started sketching. Like, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was sketching, and I would meet people who actually would give me guidance, and there was a guy who basically drew for me, kind of like a mannequin, and it's like, this is how you should be sketching. And I haven't even done that in a long time, so that could be part of my creative. But for this month, my dress is definitely it. And I'm gonna go back and doing some artwork, because I am going to be working on my 2023 reading journal, and I will share that on my monthly reset, my reading monthly reset. Now let's get into my monthly favorites, or my monthly favorites. Firstly, let's start with this beautiful bouquet of flowers. I got these yesterday, and I will share a clip where I was actually arranging this and putting it together, and yeah, they make me so happy. Right now they make me so happy. I got these from Checkers, and they were actually quite cheap, because they were like 60 rand, and I'm like, gorgeous flowers for 60 rand. Flowers are usually expensive. So the next things that I'm absolutely loving right now are my WBT range of products. So I've got my gel cleanser that I use on a daily. I've got my toner that I absolutely love, the winner, this brightening serum that my husband is actually also really loving. I've got this day cream. It's a brightening, so the whole range is a brightening range. And then I recently added the night cream to my routine. The last product that I am really enjoying from the WBT range is this Complete Shield SPF 50, and this is essentially a sunscreen, which I'm really enjoying. Like, I am really enjoying all of these products. They feel very good on my skin. They are beauty without cruelty, so there's no testing on animals. They're all vegan, which really aligns with me and my brand and my personality and the kind of lifestyle that I'm trying to live. So you guys know I'm always looking for vegan products, products that are clean, that are organic, natural, and you probably would have seen as well with my grocery haul that I went back to getting my groceries, or at least the first big portion of my groceries, from Yasmin, which is in Hartbees, and it's basically this place that sells organic fresh produce, and I love it. The next thing I want to share with you guys is my stationery, my recently purchased stationery. So first of all, I've got this journal. I got this from P&A. This is a dotted journal. I don't know if you can see that, but if you guys know, I've been looking for this for quite some time. This I think was 200 rand, and I need to actually buy probably 2 more in order to be able to fill it out and complete all my spreads and things like that for the whole year, because this year I did have a reading journal. However, I struggled to get the dotted journal, and I got a little over halfway in the year, and then I couldn't do my reading journal anymore. So I've got this one for now. I want to test out the pages before I can go buy more, but yeah, I mean, it's 200 rand a pop, so it's not that cheap. Okay. The next thing I have is my wellness journal. So let me show you. I actually have this year's one, which is where I've been making all my notes, but this is what 2020, my 2021 looks like. I feel like in this year they had a lot more pretty covers of this one. For 2023 I struggled to find one that I liked. They did have like quite a number of dark ones that didn't speak to me, so I chose this kind of like kaleidoscopy rainbowy one. So this says it's okay to not do it all, and I feel like I need it. I need to know this because I'm somebody who typically maybe also due to financial constraints that I do a lot of things by myself. I do a lot of things at home, from cleaning to, I don't know, laundry. Like most of the time I'm doing that by myself. I don't constantly have somebody to assist me. I've been getting to a space where I am starting to get help here and there, but I'm not in a point where I can have somebody here twice a week or whatever. And even sometimes once a week becomes a lot because there's been a lot of things happening recently, and you know, sometimes you have to think about letting some things go, and that's what happens sometimes. So yeah, things like doing my own nails like that, I've already cancelled off my weekly or bi-monthly, what is bi-weekly tasks, because then every week or every second week I would be having to do my nails, and sometimes I don't have time. So now I just go to the salon once a month to get it done. When it's time to take it out. I'll spend a week or two with my bare nails, like trying to get strength back and all that. But yeah, this it's okay not to do it all. I absolutely on board with this, and I feel like I want to put more emphasis on this in 2023. It also says take time for yourself, which yeah, I definitely want to do that. So I see January's message is literally identical to this year's January message. I just want to check if February was the same. I hope that is different. Yeah, okay, so from February it seems like it's different. And just to give you an idea of the differences in the spreads, so this is what the current monthly spread had. At the top is today's goals, at the bottom is today I'm grateful for, and you list your stuff, and then how I felt today, amazing, average, don't want to talk about it, or a blank space where you can, I guess, put whatever you want. And then there is a calendar spread which I'll be using for content planning and all that. So this is what it looks like currently. So the new one, one thing that peeked out to me that was really different was this this budget sheet and January's budget. So I've got an Excel sheet that I use for the house budget, but I think that I could actually use this for my own personal finances that are separate from the house. And there's also like a monthly goals page, which is great because then I can tick completed and all that. And then obviously we've got the calendar spread, and then on the day-to-day we've got a different spread. So we've got the month and date and day, there's priorities, and there's a section that says today I loved, I learned, and I achieved, which is great. And then there's also a water tracker. So drinking water, you've got this, there's probably about 8 2 4 6, yeah, there's 8 cups of water, which we measure that I think at 250 mils. So yeah, my goal, my daily water goal intake, what sentence, my daily water intake goal is to drink between 2 to 3 liters of water. The closer I am to 3 liters, the better, but at minimum I want it to be 2. And then it says I am grateful for, and then you put, and then tomorrow's focus, whatever. So this is what the current spread looks like. And obviously we've got the monthly messages in here, and I do love the messages. They're actually very relatable, and I think they're great. So yeah, that's my wellness journal for 2023 that I am planning on using very often. The next thing I got is this vibing and thriving to 2023 calendar. So it's got these beautiful prints on them, like in between, like look at that, that is so pretty. And then it just has this calendar spread. So I'm thinking of using this for my weekly meal planning and fill this up in that way, because I do have a calendar in my wellness journal, and I'm going to use that for content planning. So this I'll probably rip out each page and then fill it out on a weekly basis or even on a monthly basis, what the meal plans are, and I can have a better understanding of what groceries I need to buy. So yeah, and I've been watching a lot of vegan based videos, like meals, like what I ate in a day, cook with me type things, to get some inspiration. Also, more on the stationery, I got a bunch of pens. I just want to take out the ones that are new, because you guys know the ones that I use every day for work and stuff are these how do I show pens without, are these kind of pens. These are the ones that I use daily. But then at Typo, because I give Typo so much of my money, and I was saying to a friend of mine, is like, you know, once I stopped spending all my money on books every single month, I realized how much of other things I can actually buy, like things that I need, like the stationaries, like clothing, shoes, whatever the case may be. And as I mentioned before, my plan is not to stop buying books. Like, I'm not going to stop buying books, but I want to be more intentional about the books I buy, and I'm going to do my best to buy books on sale. And usually that's what I do anyway. I hardly go for full price books unless I don't have a choice, because realistically speaking, I don't have the funds to spend like thousands on books every month. So yeah, so these are the colors I got. These are the pens. So these ones are dual end markers. So they've got the thicker side, and then they've got the more fine pointed side. These are all fine point. It's 0.5 microline pens. I've got them in pink, black, green, and brown. So that's what they look like. These I got from P&A. These I got from Typo. Just want to share. So this is what the one side, this is the much thicker side. They do have thicker ones which will also have relatively thicker pointed edges, pointed sides. So this is how thin it is on the other side, and this will be great for making lists of whatnot. The other side, I guess, will be great for headings. This one, this is all 0.5 thickness. But yeah, that's my stationery haul for now. I do want to get some washi tape as well, and probably get that with my next celery run. Maybe I'll get 2 or something. I did see quite a lot on Shein, and I would love to like buy a whole bunch of stationery from Shein, but I need to sit down and work on my personal finances, and this is why I need to do this, because I feel like sometimes I just start spending, next thing I know the money's gone. But yeah, I'm trying to be more intentional about that, more intentional about tracking my spending, because I want to know where my money goes, and I want to be able to save, but I cannot save if I don't know, if I can't keep track of what I'm using, right? You get me. Okay, the next things that I got are clothing based, because this is another part of my life that I wasn't giving focus to. I was very concentrated on taking care of the people around me, my family, and there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time I neglected to take care of myself. So I mean, everybody loves shopping, I love shopping, but I was not buying clothes for myself. I would buy clothes for myself like once a year for the season and then I would literally wear those to death, that by the time next year arrives and it's the same season, I can't wear those clothes because they're so old and so not in great condition anymore. And I'm now working on building my wardrobe and buying things that I like, that fit me well, that look good on me, that are not tattered. And so I'm in a slow progress when it comes to that, because I also don't have large amounts of money to be spending on clothes, but I do buy 1 or 2 things every month now for the last, I think, 3 months. That's when I actually started doing it. And I just want to share with you things that I've been loving this month, or things that I got recently. This is not all of it, but firstly I got this pair of kitten green heels. Green is one of my favorite colors. I got this from Legit and I think they were about $2.20. I wore these last night when I went out with some friends, and they're so comfortable. I could literally walk around with them the whole day. But I absolutely love these. They're so pretty. I love these bold detail. In the shop they do have this green, and they also have it in red, which looks pretty. I also bought a dress, a white dress from them, but you'll see it probably in a video soon, because I'm planning on wearing it next week when I go meet with my friends. The next item I bought are these Adidas sneakers. They are so pretty. Let me just grab one so I can just show you literally what it looks like. It's got this nude sole, it's all white stripes, obviously, this orange detailing. I'm a size 5, so this is in size 5. These I got from the Adidas at the factory shop at Atterbury Value Mart, and you know, I'm an Adidas girl, so this, when it comes to sportwear, this is my brand. I don't really care for Nike or all the other ones. This Adidas is my brand, and I blame myself because I don't go to that shop often, and I went there literally randomly. I wasn't even planning on going there. I just ended up at Atterbury Value Mart because I was looking for flowers that I didn't end up buying, but I'm like, oh, let me go to Adidas. When I get there, I find that they're having 50% sale, which, well, unfortunately ends today, but literally 90% of their items in store were 50%, including this. And I've been looking at this shoe for a few months now, and I'm like, oh, I really love this and I want to buy it, but my monthly allowance doesn't really allow me to buy it. I would need like my monthly allowance and a half to get this shoe, but also my monthly allowance, I mean, it's small. It doesn't get me a lot, and I've been mostly spending it on books, which I'm trying to reduce. And since we actually talking about money right now, let's just get into the next segment of this video. So talking about money and budgeting, in my household, I do the budget fine. I share it with my husband, we discuss it, but we have a monthly budget for the household, which I'm not going to be sharing in this video on this platform, but I do want to create a monthly budget for my personal stuff, right? So, and I will call it income and expenses, because essentially that is what it is. So every single month, my husband and I, well, recently, because we haven't always been able to pay ourselves or give ourselves an allowance, and because we are at a stage that we can actually do that now, I want to actually track that spending, because I feel like I've been going crazy, and mostly I spend on books. And not that I'm not gonna stop buying books. I am still gonna be buying books, but I want to be conscious of it and how much I'm spending on it, right? But yeah, I get a monthly allowance of about 1,000 rand a month, and 1,000 rand a month. So that's the money that I have to kind of like play around with for the month. So it's not a lot. It doesn't get you a lot. It gets me a lot of books on sale for sure, but if I'm buying a clothing item, depending on which store I go, and at this point I'm not going at expensive stores, this is why I could like maybe buy one or two things, and I look out for sales. So yeah, so I get about 1,000 rand a month, and my other income, I guess, comes from rewards and things like that. So if I'm using my FNB account and I'm getting e-bucks, that's like additional money coming in, and that could range from like 100 rand to about 200-300 rand. My discovery miles from eating well, like buying healthy foods, exercising, reaching my goals, that could also be like a good 200 rand. So essentially I could get 1,500 rand as my spending money, right? And that's separate from the house budget. That's why I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about this. But I want to have a savings goal, because I don't have personal savings that are just for me, not for the household. I don't have personal savings, and I want to work on that. And as much as I want to spend money and buy myself nice things, that's how I'm doing things gradually now. I want to work on saving, and I have a savings goal of 5,000 rand in 2023, right? To a lot of people that might seem like very little money. They could probably save that all in 1 month, but because this is solely coming from my monthly allowance, which is money that I'm using, sorry, I got a phone call. But yeah, so my saving goals is to save 5,000 rand, and that's my starting point, because I am not making any additional money. I'm not making money from YouTube. I don't have side hustles. However, I am working on kind of like influencer jobs and stuff, like book reviews and things like that. So whenever those opportunities come, I will allocate some of that money to my savings. And currently I do have a book review opportunity where I am getting paid. So some of the money I want to allocate to getting some camera filming equipment, and my immediate goal is to get lights. Right now I'm filming during the day. It's a nice, beautiful, bright day outside, and therefore I could do that. But I don't have those opportunities all the time, and my family is not here, so have the freedom to record. But yeah, that is all of my monthly goals when it comes to wellness. Let me know in the comments down below what you are concentrating on, especially also going into the new year, what you want to work on. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and let me know in the comments down below what other kinds of videos you would like to see on my channel. And remember to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends and family. I will see you in my next one. Bye.